Okay. Today we are going to learn about the topic that is a stationary wave. So in case of stationary wave, what we are going to learn? We are going to learn how the equation of stationary wave form. What is the meaning of stationary wave? So when we talk about the stationary wave, so in that case, what is the meaning of stationary? Stationary means stable, not moving. It is restricted between the two ends. So this is the wave which is restricted between the two waves. It is called a stationary wave. So in case of stationary wave, before learning the stationary wave, we should know why it is formed and what is the reason behind it. So one of the reason is this is a rigid wall and this wave is reflected back in the same medium. So we are going to learn about the reflection of wave. Okay. In that, mostly we are going to focus on reflection from denser, or we can say that the rigid wall, denser surface, or we can say that the rigid wall. So in that case, again we have two types of wave. So first wave is transverse wave. Transverse wave, and second we already know about the longitudinal. We'll learn about the longitudinal wave little later. Let's focus on the transverse wave. So in case of transverse wave, we already know that there is a crest and there is a trough. So in case of transverse wave, if you are drawing the diagram, then let's suppose this is a rigid wall and there is a string which is attached to at this particular end. One end is free. Let's suppose if I am moving let's suppose I am plugging this string. You already know that if we are plugging this particular string, then the waves are created. So in that case, how the waves are created, you already know. This is a wave pattern. Okay. This is a wave pattern. Okay. So when this particular wave reaches to the rigid wall, it is starting from this particular point. It is moving towards the rigid wall. When it is reached at this particular point, you can able to see it is reflected back in the same medium. So in that case, this crest is converted into the trough and the trough is converted into the crest. What I told you, crest is converted into the trough and the wave is moving in a forward direction again. So you can able to see this particular loop pattern is formed. Okay, so in that case, now this is progressive wave in a backward direction. Let's suppose if there is one more wall at this position. So you can able to see again when this particular wave reaches at this particular point. This is a trough. So trough will be reflected as crest. And again the waves moves in a forward direction. So this is the wave which is restricted between the two ends. So in that case, a simple example, you already know where the stationary waves are formed. You can able to, you already seen a many musical instrument where we are using the string, guitar, sitar. In that case, you can able to see the string. When you are plugging the string, the waves are created in this manner. And that's why a different note or different sound of vibration we can able to, we can able to hear. And due to that, we are getting the different combinations also. So it is depend on the thickness of the wire, and we can say that where we are plugging, it is totally depend on that. But plugging the instrument, or we can say that the wire in musical instrument, it is a best example of stationary wave. So in that case, what you have to remember in the reflection of transverse wave, the crest when it is reflected. So remember, this is a crest. After reflection, it is converted into the trough. So what is the phase change? Let's suppose this is a crest. So after pi there is a trough. So we can say that phase change by pi radian. And what is one more thing you have to remember? Crest converted into the trough, and trough reflected as crest. This is what you have to remember. So this is about the transverse wave. Okay, now let's learn about the longitudinal. Okay, now in case of longitudinal wave, we already know that there is no crest and trough, but we are having a compression. So this particular crowded line represent the compression, and these are the rarefaction. Again, this is a compression, rarefaction, compression, rarefaction, compression, rarefaction. So this is an example of a longitudinal wave. Let's suppose this is this particular wave is reflected back. Let's suppose here there is a denser surface. We can say that denser surface. So in that case, again, when this particular wave is reflected back in the same medium, that time rarefaction changes to rarefaction only. So after reflection, this wave is as it is. There is we cannot say that there is much more change. Just the change in direction. Change in direction. Okay. So in that case, remember rarefaction reflected as, again the phase changes by pi radian. Phase changes by pi radian. Rarefaction converted into the compression, and vice versa. The compression is converted into the rarefaction. So this is what you have to remember. Here you can, we are not going to much more dealing about the longitudinal wave right now, but we are going to study the beat phenomena in case of longitudinal wave little later. Now we are just focusing on transverse wave. Now here there is one more difference between reflection from the transverse wave and longitudinal wave. We can able to see here wave velocity and particle velocity both are reversed. Remember one thing what I am saying, wave velocity as well as particle velocity both are reversed. Both are reverse. Reverse means it is there is totally change in direction. Opposite direction में चले जाते. That is the meaning of reverse. So wave velocity as well as particle velocity is reverse. But in this case, you can able to see the wave velocity reverse. Wave velocity is reversed, and even the particle velocity is reversed. Just there is a difference between the vibration. Okay. Now in this case, I said wave velocity, particle velocity. Obviously, the wave velocity, particle velocity both are different term. We are going to learn detailedly about the wave velocity and particle velocity in case of in a chapter oscillation, where you can able to see the two different equation. But for the wave velocity, normally we are using equation B is equal to n lambda. So mostly you are using this equation. You already know about this particular equation. So this is a wave velocity. Okay. We already know the concept of stationary wave. Now what we are going to learn? We are going to form an equation of stationary wave and condition for the node and antinode. Okay. So basically, when we are talking about the stationary wave, what we have two waves traveling in opposite direction. So what we have two waves having same amplitude, same frequency, same velocity, but different direction. Okay, so this is what we are going to learn. The direction is totally opposite. If let's suppose this is the wave, this is a rigid wall, this is the wave, this wave is traveling in positive x direction. When it will return back, it will be traveling in opposite direction. So this is what we are going to learn. So we are having two waves traveling in opposite direction. So let's suppose we will draw a diagram again. Okay. So there is a one wave traveling towards positive x direction, and another wave which is represented by a dotted line is traveling in opposite direction. Okay. So this is the necessary condition we require to form a stationary wave. Okay, now let's go to the next part. What are these two equations? Y1 is equal to, the first equation says that A sine 2 pi bracket nt minus x by lambda into t. So this is what the first equation. The second equation we are having y2 is equal to A. You can see that the same amplitude, that's why it is written as A sine 2 pi nt plus x by lambda into t. Now what is change over there? Here there is a minus sign, here there is a plus sign. This is what the change. And according to the superimposition principle, we already know that y1 and y2 two equations are given. So combined equation will be y is equal to y1 plus y2. Now add these two equations. So y is equal to A sine